Ladies and gentlemen, it is always an absolute pleasure to have 2SHARP on the pod. But before we do that, because this evening has been one of those evenings where I asked the question, we delayed a little bit, and I asked the question, why did I leave it in? Because both of my children have been horrific people. So we delayed, and support for this podcast is brought to you by xbrain.co.uk. Denz, you know that I'm looking so hench because of xbrain.co.uk. You can just say yes, it's fine. You don't have to be horrible to me. Xbrain.co.uk, enter promo code Fighting Words to save 30% off of checkout. Support for this podcast is also brought to you by our boys at Market Squawk, powered by Live Squawk for all of your on-demand data needs. Now, we still have a little bit of a joke about crypto. Crypto is a joke at the minute, as are many other asset classes, but that's okay because we have Market Squawk to tell us that our investments are a joke and they're going in the toilet in real time, and that's all good. Market Squawk, powered by Live Squawk. Now, Denzel, it is my mission to have you as the 2022 Guest of the Year. Now, Streets and I both have the power to do that, but I want it to be...
forget the straps. That's the title.
I want it to be like, you know, you're already on Mount Punchmore. That's big. But to be the number one of Mount Punchmore, I want it to be organic. I want it to be earned. I might still give it to you still.
That's fair.
How does it feel to be two-time 2SHARP?
It feels good, man. It feels very good.
Yeah?
I had an interview this morning. I was saying it feels better than the first time. But, you know.
Who did you have an interview with?
Richard Hubbard came down to the gym. Blighty boxing.
Yeah. Never heard of him. Yeah. I literally only listen to us.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, mate, like it was... we had Linus on last week, and obviously, you know, you two were called before, during, and after. Big respect for both of you. It was like powerful fight, epic. Your numbers were, I think, 1.1 mil now. He said, "That's big eyes on your fight."
Yeah,
and it was a fantastic fight, Keys.
That extra 0.1 is probably my mum. She just watches it every day.
just on loop.
just on loop. Every time I go downstairs, it's just on them. I'll sit and watch it.
Mate, my granddad watched it.
Good girl.
Yeah, my granddad, my 92-year-old granddad. Oh boy, that was a great fight on the telly the other night. And I was like, yeah, that's my mate Denzel. He's like, oh yeah. Listen, from the perspective of the fight, I'm gonna be honest. You started slow. I was a little bit worried. Started slow, but then I think you dug deep, and then it was like, this is on now. And Linus said to us he's watched it 6 times and he still sees himself winning. I personally have you edged. I think you had it.
But yeah, go on.
It's whatever. I had you 2 rounds up, min. I thought you wanted it more. I think you were more aggressive. I think you pulled it out. You had a couple of rounds. I think it was like 4 rounds that it was quite slow. And then after that, you could just see you revved up and it was just, let's go. Let's fucking go. And you did. And especially the final round. He also was very, very candid that, you know,
the knockdown.
That the knockdown was a knockdown.
What, he said it wasn't?
No, he said it was.
Oh, cool. Yeah, fair enough. At least he can admit that.
Fairness, that was one of the times, because anytime we've had like people, you know, and there's a loss that we've had both people, it's like, but he was so, I was like, man, respect. That's how you take a loss. He was just like, man, Dez is a hell of a fighter. We knew it was going to be. And he said afterwards, I felt even more so than that. And he goes to the knockdown. He's like, yeah, it was a knockdown. But when the ref didn't come, he's like, all right, I guess I got away with that. So I'm going to hold on now to make sure it doesn't happen again. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. No, he's a good. I told him after the fight, he's a good fighter. I said, listen, hey, you can fight. Like, I just told him straight away. I was like, that was sick. Like, I enjoyed that. But I kept saying in the build-up, like, well, I think that I'm gonna enjoy this. Like, but then again, I thought I was gonna stop him late. But he was tough, so it was good. It was good.
Also, too, fair play to him when we were saying, "Oh, would you want a rematch?" He goes, "Listen, why would Denz do that? He's going to move onwards and upwards and things like that." So, it was. He took it like a boss.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. That's good. I was just gonna say to you guys, like, it's annoying when people just can't accept that they've lost, but obviously you're saying he did. So, I respect that even more.
Yeah, in his opinion, he thought he won the fight.
Yeah, obviously he's gonna say that.
From what he's watched, from stuff like that, right? Yeah, he was really, really open about it. Like, it was super complimentary, great fighter. Like, he was just complete. Like it was a joy to have him on, because
it wasn't like one of the ones, nice. People get like ironed out. It's like, sour, it's lucky like with
he wasn't lemon at all. He was just like, it is what it is. I'd love to fight him again. I thought I won. You know, they saw it another way, and he even said that in the final round, which he thinks was the deciding round for the judges. I mean, he just said that he wasn't going after it. He said he was boxing on the back foot, but you were going after it, and that's what essentially that he thinks changed it. And the long short of it is like you did go after it.
Yep.
And if it's a vacant British title challenge, and it is close and a great fight, one of you's got to go after it, and that one was you.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I think even with that round, I think I'd hurt him like a few times before, and he just thought, listen, just survive it. Like I might get the nod. Like just don't get knocked down or knocked out. Like, and I might get the nod. I think that's what was in his mind rather than trying to secure the win. Which is cool, because obviously you want to finish on your feet, innit? So
that's it.
That's what you have to do. And he did move well. He did move well. He tried to steal the round in the last couple of seconds, and I thought, no, I can't have that. Like I've worked this whole round. I can't let you try and finish kind of strong. But no, you done well, man. You done well.
Since the first time we had you on, right? You had just nicked the British in as a wild underdog. No one even saw that coming. And then we've had you on, and we've seen the arc, and then we had the cash, and you come back, and now you won it again. You've gone from basically people knowing you, not really calling you out or anything, to now there's people calling you out even before their fights. They had it on this weekend on the. I sent it to you. Like Rivers was calling you out, and Wilson was calling you out. Like they're all about it.
Call me out as well?
I think so. Yeah. English chat. Like they got the English title. They want the British after.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
We'll make that checklist, boy.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah. Without trying to sound like an arsehole.
Bring it.
You can sound like an arsehole. Listen, I'm sitting here with fake belts and a salt lamp. Who's like, you know what I mean?
That fight. Listen, good fight, man. Crazy fight. I just caught up with it the other day. I didn't actually watch it. I wasn't at home. I can't remember where I was, but I wasn't at home. But I remember keeping up.
Are you flexing on me right now? Are you flexing?
No,
my bad.
My t-shirt's just a bit small right now. I bought But I was even saying, good fight. I caught up with the highlights the other day, and it was a good fight. But let's be honest, what do I get out of a Tyler Denny fight?
This is it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. I think I was, to be honest, I was meant to fight him. First fight back from lockdown. Don't know what happened. I promise you, I don't know what happened. I saw him come out on Twitter saying he never turned it down. He just heard he got offered and never heard back. I've never said no to a fight in my life.
Yeah, I know.
I said yes to it. Then we ended up fighting Mick Cool. I don't know where that came from either. I just said, it's changed. All right, cool, let's go then. I thought maybe he weren't ready or whatever. I saw him. And I just said, well, listen, if it happens in due time, it happens in due time. I didn't say no, you didn't say no. I don't know what happened, innit? Maybe the matchmakers had another idea. I think at the time, Mick Corden lost to Jack Armfield, so that's probably a better win. Obviously Tyler Denny's going to do his thing, so well done to him. But at the end of the day, what the hell do I get from a Tyler Denny fight? Like, I won't get nothing from that. You know what I mean? So that's not something I'm looking at. But obviously, if it happened for some reason, then I'm not going to say no. But I'm not gunning for that fight. I'm trying to move forward. You know what I'm saying?
You're not counting down the days till that fight is made. We'll do it if we need to. Otherwise.
So on British level, who is there though?
Well.
Yeah, I mean, but who is there now? Because it would be lovely for you to keep the belt. It would be lovely for you to have it and win it outright from a fan perspective. But if you get offered the European, if you get offered a silver title or a standard or whatever, you got to go for that as well.
Yeah,
100%, because that's essentially moving forward. You know what I mean? So I'd definitely go for that. But I think only really. I thought everyone domestically compared to everyone else in the division. So it's just, it's to me, it's just like who else is there worth my time? Do you know what I mean? But I think the only person is probably Andy Fowler. And I saw him saying some stuff on Twitter, and And he was at the fight, supposedly meant Marina to jump into the ring and call out, have or whatever. But I guess they were doing that all off the back of thinking that Linus was going to win. You know what I mean? So
I like
I don't really
Fowler,
care, to be honest.
right? I like Fowler,
right.
but he seems to be a little bit of an underachiever. I think he's had a lot of opportunity, and he's had a couple of fights where he hasn't looked great, and obviously he's taken an L to Beefy. Now he's up at middleweight, and he didn't look that good at middleweight. You know, like a lot of his advantages was his sheer size at 154, and it was just like
he's lost that now.
Kinda, yeah.
And he got clocked by a lot of right hands by that. I think the guy's Russian. The Russian guy in fought last.
He did get clocked by a lot of right hands. Yeah,
a lot of right hands. But I just think with someone like Fowler, I don't know if you can call him a underachiever. It's just how good did you think he was and how much you think he's going to achieve. I think he moved too fast too soon. I think, you know, of course he lost to Fitzgerald. He lost to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's a good fighter, and then he went nowhere from there. And then it's like he didn't take the steps to try to go domestically because he felt like he'd already had all the experience from the amateurs. Whereas if you think about everyone else, so like, all right, let's put it this year. This is how I see things. I like to just analyze things too much. I'm a bit of a weirdo, but everyone in that 2016 class year for the Olympics year, who was it? Akoli, Buatsi, Cordina, Fowler, and Kelly, right?
Yep.
That signed with Matchroom. Forget Joyce. Even Joe Joyce. That signed with Matchroom, yeah? Or, forget Matchroom. Joe Joyce as well, yeah. That's 6 of them. 4 of the 6 went through the domestic route. Compared to the 2 that didn't, Kelly and Fowler, and we think they're underachievers. They just didn't go through the route that they should have run through to build themselves to that world level. They tried to just skip there. And those divisions are essentially very hard divisions. Do you know what I mean? Like, 154, you're going to fight at world level. You got Charlo and them guys there. Those are hard fights. You got welterweight for Josh Kelly. You're gonna not bide your time and skip straight to world level. You got Terence Crawford and Errol Spence and them guys there, and then you to Ray Robinson. No disrespect to Kelly, I think he's a sick fighter by the way, but I'm just saying the progression towards where he was
like, I want your opinion on him actually, because he is he had his Wasserman Channel 5 debut, and he is an immense fighter, but there's something missing, isn't there? I don't know if he just.
Sometimes it's like a lot of people think they got boxing IQ in it. Everyone thinks they got they're very smart in the ring, and sometimes
what, you mean like when I message you, use more jabs when you're just shadow boxing?
Basically, yeah. Like for me, it's like I think for Kelly, a lot of his natural movement and his athleticism and his slickness helps him a lot, gets him out of trouble. Whereas someone like Akoli doesn't have, those benefits or luxuries or that kind of talent. So he has to think a lot more of what he's doing. So when you see him hitting and holding, you think he doesn't know he's doing that. You think that he knows that's his advantage. I just got to be stronger than you. If I can hit you and you can't hit me, I win, no matter how it happens. I'm trying to say. So everyone goes, oh yeah, my IQ. Listen, there's levels to everyone's boxing knowledge and everyone's boxing IQ. And even sometimes you have the IQ, but your body just can't. You just can't do it. So you got to think to how your body can adjust. Yeah. If Akoli was trying to sit there and slip on the ropes thinking, all I've got to do is dodge, he'll be getting pinged left, right, and centre. But he knows his advantages and he uses his advantages. His advantages are be all the way outside and catch them at the end of the shots, or just be all the way close and hold them so they can't hit you. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So Buatsi, Akoli, Cordina, and Joe Joyce, they all won British titles. They all went through that domestic route and, are slowly biding their time to get to a world title, even though maybe they could have gone quicker. But Cordina's a world champion now anyway. So you know what I mean? Fucking easy. Joe Joyce is on the verge of a world title. He's number 1 with the WBO or whatever. He's next in line for the winner of Usyk Joshua.
But that's not happening until 2028, mate. You know that, right?
You know what's going on. But Okoli's a champion as well. He went quite quick, but he done everything he needed to do. He went British, European, Commonwealth. He done it, and now he's a world champion. He went through them steps. Josh Kelly just skipped British and went straight to European against a dangerous fighter that's already been a WBA interim champion.
And you called that as well. I will never forget that. You called that shit.
So I'd been sparring Evan Nissen. I knew he hadn't lost anything. I knew he was still a tank. I'm a middleweight. I'm telling you, that guy's wrong. He lost to Lamont Peterson. That's a world level fighter. He beat Shane Mosley. Cool, Shane Mosley was old, but he was still winning fights. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's and
Still
then you
Shane
just
Mosley.
And what you were saying with Lawrence uses his like not limited, but he knows where his strengths lie. I feel like because Josh has such athleticism and it gets away with it at a certain level of competition, the danger is when you try that and the level of competition is substantially up. That's a dangerous game.
And you got to remember with him, he's the first 5 rounds are all his, or first 4 or 5 rounds.
Yep.
He was starting fast. That jab was sharp.
Yeah.
Ping, ping. I'm sitting there thinking, oh, this boy is nice. and then that pace switches a bit. And wherever this has just been, okay, I'm taking it. He's thinking, oh, you slow down. Now he picks it up. What do you do now?
Yeah.
You don't know how to toss and turn and make him kind of fiddle about of him, make him feel like, oh, you're still in there. You just going straight backwards and just getting hit with shots.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's where it comes into it, where when you're, down essentially, or when you're at a disadvantage, how are you gonna turn it around or make someone? All these little things, I just think were missing from Kelly in that fight, and even Fowler from that, because Fowler's just used to coming forward and going through people. So when Fitzgerald was taking these best shots, it's like, oh man, what do I do? Give up mentally. When Liam Smith was sticking on him, pushing him back, he's thinking, hey, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? That he's stuck. He doesn't know what to do now. So he's just giving up mentally, like, bro, this guy's just pinging me.
And that's the danger, unless like there's few occasions where you can hit fast forward, like Loma. Like, okay, yeah, you're gonna put it, but even then you can say Salido, that was a wake-up call for him, right? Like
exactly.
It just happens. And there's something to be learned from them like dog fights you have at the domestic level. You need, they're good for you. Like if you're blowing people away at a certain level and then you go, okay, now I'm good for this. But are you like time and time again, like David Price, everyone was like, oh, this is the new, the new thing. And it's like, yeah, but you can't judge until the competition level goes up. And that's where, like you said, the guys that have done it, look now. And that's why, no disrespect, they still have amazing skill, but it's very hard for them then, because once you go forward, it's very hard to go back because you get stuck in that limbo. If they had just gone progressively, we probably wouldn't have this conversation because they'd still be on the winning ways. But when you fast forward, it doesn't go well. You rewind and then it's they're not. You start going, well, hang on a minute, where's because you're not looking great here now, and you fell short there. So where are we? Whereas if it's just naturally,
exactly, you go towards it, and like you could even say, like, well, to be honest, all they got to do now is kind of just really bounce back at that level. So, like, if, like you said, they passed it. Like, for me, okay, I lost that British. I got it back. I was happy to move forward at that pace. You know what I mean? Like, if I'd have tried to go to world level and then lost, would I really want to come back to British and try and push forward? It looks like I'm going backwards. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I lost at this level and I've come back to this level, it's like, oh yeah, you come back to this level. Let's see what you can do from here. Exactly. Where those guys have gone past that level and lost, is like, do they really, in their mind, they probably don't really want to go back there. It's like they're going backwards, but really and truly, it's a lot of experience that you're missing out on. Especially like with the guys that won the British, they might have blown them out. I think we're actually not taking these guys like 3 rounds. Like they might have blown them out, but it's that mental switch for the preparation as well. That's also part of the experience. All right, I'm stepping up to a 12-round championship fight. I got to dig deep here. This is the British title. I got to jump and say that mentality as well in camp. You're hitting that mentality for the first time in camp at a very high stage, like world level. Come on, it's not gonna. Let's be honest. Nobody really, really, really locks into 4, 6 rounders, 8 rounders against guys you're pinging.
Yeah,
I'm saying you got your first title fight and you really locked in at that level. It's like, yeah, let's go. For example, Fowler tried to get Fitzgerald, and that could have easily been a British title fight, but he just kind of like, He lost mentally in that fight before he actually lost, and then the Liam Smith fight. But with Kelly, where he pushed on to Ivan Yassin, Ivan Yassin's been in them tough fights. He's been in them fights where he's been down and has got to come back. He's lost and come back. He's been there. You're not beating that sort of experience, and he's still a very, live fighter. He's a live guy. Like,
fucking animal, mate.
Yeah. And I said, yeah, if Kelly can't keep him off him, he's done. Late in the fight. He's done.
Yeah.
The British strap, it means so much as well, because there's the fighters like what you're talking about, like the Kellys who get to go around it. But then there's the ones like, even if we use Josh Kelly as the example, look at what that British title meant to Troy Williams. Look at what it meant to Dan Aziz when he got it. Look at what it means to you to have it twice, right?
Yeah.
Good luck for Josh Kelly to take that title away from Troy. And it'll be the
That's what I'm
same
saying.
thing over again. Like, he'll have 3-4 rounds where he looks wicked, and then Troy just says, nah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. These are all tough, competitive fights. Like, you're in there with someone as hungry as you. Like, you're trying to secure your future, so what are they?
Yeah.
For me. And you need to kind of go through those fights before you get to one level, because them guys ain't giving up. They're not giving up what titles. Like, there's some weight divisions where the champions ain't as strong. Like, for example, the middleweight division, the champions are, they're solid guys that have been there at that top level for years. So who do I think I am rushing over there to try and, well, I'm trying to go through that level of experience where it's like, I know if I'm in a dogfight, I can handle myself.
Yep.
You're going to be in a dogfight with all these champions, especially like all them weights, welterweight, even light middleweight moved up to, or where thing moved from middleweight, light heavyweight. Boy, them all champions are all
from
dangerous.
lightweight to super middleweight, even light heavyweight is horrible. Light heavyweight, 2 champions. What we got? Welter, 2 champions. Lightweight, 1 champion. You know, these are like savages all the way forward. And everyone's dangerous. And that's the same at middleweight, right? Jennebeck, he's no joke. You got Boo Boo still lurking around. Triple G still lurking around. Charlo's still lurking around. You know what I mean? They're still about, and they're not fun fights.
Yeah, you're not just going to breeze through it. Like,
or Derenchenko, like, he's still about. You know what I mean? When does he look bad? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So you don't want to just like it's not a division where, like, these divisions ain't divisions where you could just breeze through. Like there's times where you might just get a 1 week champion and you can just try and go for lovely. Right now,
you still got to hold it then too.
Yeah, exactly. You got to hold it. Like, similar to what Ant tried to do. He tried to go for Kovalev. Of course, he fell short in that, but it is what it is. The experience went there. But that was a weak champion that you can try and go for. I'm going to say. But then even that, he was still dangerous. So the world level is no joke. So even when you get there, like you said, Streets, you got to hold it. You don't want to just get there and lose it. Do you know what I'm saying? So all that experience, me stuff, don't get people, listen, if I got offered the world title tomorrow, I'd fight in it. But
of course,
do you know what I mean? But if I'm thinking about it, it's like, yo, I want to get there when I'm ready. Like, by the end of next year, you can't tell me I'm not ready. The fights I would have been in, like,
yeah,
you can't tell me I'm not ready. Like, I'm in championship fights from here on out. Like, the camps are just gonna be stepping up. Mentally, I'm gonna be stepping up. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because this is where I am. It's the level I'm at. You gotta go through all of that. Like, all of that. But I guess these guys were Olympians, and they felt like they've been through that, going to the Olympics, going to the World Championship Games and all that stuff. But listen, amateurs and pro, I always say it's like badminton and tennis, isn't it? It's similar but different.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my thing. It's similar but different. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got 3 rounds, bam, 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 bam. Yeah. I remember doing 3 rounds in amateur and I'm out of breath thinking, geez.
Yeah.
How am I going to do 12 rounds as a pro?
But it's completely different. But it's also a very different sort of dogfight. Like, because you can't think that a war in that, like, high level amateurs, you're fighting way better competition than when you first turn over, right? But
definitely,
with the amount of rounds, it's like a 12 round grueling fight. There's no 3-rounder for it that's going to compare, you know? So
there's not. You're going to ask what he's done. But some guys are just special, and they can do that. They can breeze through a division. Like, they're just special. Like, for example, Dalton Smith. I remember chatting to Sonny one time, and I was like, nah, like, the best fighter out there under 10 fights at the time. He had less than 10 fights. Like, Chris Paul, you're just being biased. Watch out for Dalton Smith. And I've been watching him, and I'm thinking, oh, this kid is just going to breeze through the domestic scene. And that's not his fault. He's just that talented. But that doesn't mean he's not, like, training diligently for these fights. Like, he's got a British title fight next. You think his dad's not going to make sure that he's switched on? This isn't an easy 6-rounder, 8-rounder. He's thinking, you know what? All right, cool. I've got to be 100% and I'll breeze through this. He's not going to breeze through it if he's 100%. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be thinking, all right, cool. If I'm 100%, I breeze through this. So that mentality that you switch into, that you lock into when you're fighting a championship fight is different. That's the experience. Unless you're just mad special and you just keep it from.
But that's it. But even when they are, like, we were talking about Mark Castro when they put him as, like, the co-main on Canelo for his pro debut. Outstanding amateur for sure. But still, it's different. Like, don't put him co-main on such a big thing. Like, it's unnecessary pressure. And then people look at that and be like, well, he underperformed. He didn't. It's just like the stage was so huge. Like, it was a good debut, but people's expectations are up here. There's plenty of time for that. You know, like we were saying with Campbell Hatton.
Lauren, You know, the show we all three of us was at, the co-main event of the boxer show last. Did it need to be Lauren Price? Did it listen, she's great. All good. I'm totally all for it. Doesn't need to be co-main. It doesn't benefit anything.
There's plenty of time,
Earn it.
That's the thing. I think all these guys that they want to just keep the hype and just push these guys, and it's like, look, all these guys are thinking, if I'm getting paid the money, I'm getting all the exposure. I don't mind being pushed, but
of course,
it's like, look,
they're not going to say no.
Like for example, like what you're talking about, Campbell Hatton.
Yeah.
His first fight or his first two, he was very high on the card, and it's like, yo, it doesn't need to be. Let the guy build, because sometimes, like you said, it's not even your talent; it's the occasion.
Yeah,
like, if you're in a sold out arena, your co-main event. I think there's only a few guys that just love the spotlight, like someone like Shakur Stevenson when he was younger, or Keyshawn Davis and all these guys, or even the new young. I said the new young kid. He's been out for a while, but he just turned pro. Adam Azim. I pick up 3 times. I like the guy.
Or AJ was built for the fucking massive.
But they didn't do it with AJ. They had AJ he would be on the first of the telly bill, or they would have him on like the big pay-per-views,
but
and he
went
would be
to
like
big cards, like high up, really.
But they were clever. Like they had him on Groves 2 in front of when there's a crowd in there. They probably had 2/3 of the crowd in there, and they had him out there. Then like gets him used to being that, right? But they didn't have him as co-main.
True.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But like, someone like Adam Azim, he loves the spotlight. So he's headlining. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about headline. Or he fought for his first youth title. He's thinking, bring it on. But not everyone is ready. Like they feel like when you get there, it's like stage fight. Like, oh my days, I didn't expect this.
Yeah, yeah.
So like you said, you can't do it with everyone. You just sometimes some guys you just gotta let do their thing, and eventually when they get there, they get there. And well, my bad. Yeah, there'll still be amazing talents, isn't it? It's just relax with it a little bit. But listen, promoters want to make their money out of all the guys. They're probably giving them a big sign-on bonus. They want to get their money out.
Yeah, true.
Of course they do. Speaking of, question for you. Now, did you watch Beterbiev versus Joe Smith?
Yes, I did.
Did you see Anthony Yard saying like he's slow? I'm gonna bang him out. I'm gonna do that to him. Now.
Oh yeah.
I like Anthony. I like him a lot. But at no point do I look at Beterbiev and think that anyone can bang him out unless they are a sorcerer of some sort or a vampire hunter or, you know what I mean?
You know what it is, yeah? You got to have that sort of confidence going in with someone.
Of course you do. Yeah.
Because, like, look, I'm not going to go in there down a bit thinking the guy's banging me out. No chance.
Of course not.
And even if I am, I'm not letting him think that I think.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I'm saying? So, Ant can't be like, yeah, mate, it's going to be a hard fight, man. I'm going to have to try my best. What? That's not good enough. But Turbo's going to see that and be like, yeah, he's already not even on it. He's got a kind of like...
He's seen it anyway. This is the problem.
Oh, the guy don't care. Yeah, the guy don't care. The guy's an animal. I think like we all know that. The guy is just being seen that. Even when he starts smiling saying, I'm slow. Okay, I understand.
just goes, okay.
Like,
literally,
But it's like he's got to have that confidence. He can't go into this fight without confidence. Like it doesn't make no sense. Like if he's got any chance of winning, it's from his confidence. He's got to go in there and impose his will, like what he done with Lyndon Arthur in the second fight. He's got a box. He's got a fight like that. He's just got to come for it and start throwing hands. He's a big puncher. Callum Johnson put him down. Yard's the big puncher. Hey, however it goes from there, it's how it goes. You're not about to come in there. You're not about to come in there with a negative attitude, a negative mindset. You'll get your guys sleep. So we can't afford that. So as much as you're thinking it's not going to be easy, it's like, you know what? Yeah, you got to big up yourself a little bit. You got to talk like that. You can't let man know that you're worried, even though he probably already feels like he's worried. That's what he's talking like that. But nah, I'm not giving you that energy.
Yeah. Shout out to Tunde though, because he truly believes what he's saying, and I respect that heavily.
You got to believe in your fighter.
You got to believe it.
If I went into a fight and I knew my coach didn't believe in me, I might just say call off the fight.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. I'm with you. But there's got to be a part of him where he's got to go at home and just be like, go in the living room, just turn the lights off and just pray to Jesus or something. Just anything. Just the Lord of Light has to guide him back to the holy place.
Oh, where'd you got to go?
You know what I mean?
Oh, there you are.
Frozen a little bit. It's all right. There you go. You're back.
Yeah, there you go. You're back. Yeah. No, do you know what it is? You see Rotunde. You see the way that guy is. Yeah, he actually has to sit down and study like opponents and people. So in his mind, he's seen this guy, and he's ready to exploit it. So it's just for Ant to do it. It's if Ant can do it. I think that's why he believes in him so much. Because you're thinking, hey, can I just put him out early? Oh, you got to put him out early and then stick to that. But it's just if Ant can do it. That's the only thing. That's the thing. That as a coach, you're going to sit down and look at what you can expect from this guy. But it's down to the fighter to go and execute. That's it. That's what the coach is for. But essentially, they to teach you, what to do and how to box and all these things, and then come up with a game plan or come up with a way to be like, look, you're meant to be the brains, basically, the coach.
Yeah.
Of course, you have your own brain and you do your own thing. If you figure something out in there, you go with it. But they're meant to be the brain. Like, all right, cool. I'm going to put together a plan and you execute it. That's the teamwork between the coach and the fighter. If the coach ain't doing that, then you might just forget about it. Tunde's sitting down, looking at this guy, saying, all right, he's open to the uppercut, he's open to the right hand, or he's open to the body. Then you got to go to a fighter, look, we're going to work on this all camp if that's how we're taking him out. If the fighter goes in there and we plan to throw a right hand and he's throwing a left hook, hey, that's your own problem.
Decent. Back to you, right? Heart of hearts, can you say that L that you took is probably the best thing that's happened to you? Because listen, I know it hurt, but this is where you're at now. You're a totally different, you're a different animal, geez. That might have even been the difference. Linus ain't at that L. You gave him that lesson. You know what it was like. It wasn't going to happen to you that night.
Nah, it wasn't still. When I had split decision, I was going to fight the judge as well. But,
you just start looking at Cali and going, you motherfucker.
No, but they all came up to me before that. So I kind of knew from the outside, probably like I won, like, do you know what I mean? But apart from that, I don't know. You could say that, but I'm not having it, man. I don't know. I want to say yeah, but I
can't. I'm with you on that. I understand it. I'm going to say as a fan, you're a different animal now. Training different, living different. What's next? When are you out again?
Hopefully September. Just waiting on confirmation. Yeah, September.
Could Uncle Frank not have you on that O2 Better BF card? Because I'd like to go to that, and I'd like to see you on that.
That's in October. That's a bit long for me because I want to get out 2 more times.
No. You just do like just do month to month. Go old school.
You know what? If I have not easy, but if I have like a good performance and I blow whoever's next out, I'll probably ask to get on that card. That's a big card. But at the same time, if I box in October, in my mind I was thinking like September, December I can get out.
Yeah.
Like, God willing, come back, no injuries in that. But if I go October, I'm more than likely not going to go December. But we'll see how it goes anyway.
Are there any August cards? Because it's the end of October, isn't it? It's like 22nd, 20th.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, there's no August. August in the UK, there ain't really no shows. Everything. I think it's because that's where people go on holiday with their kids and family and summer and stuff. Yeah. So there ain't. I think there isn't. There's no shows in the UK in August from what I know. I think September is the next date available, or July obviously, and then September.
How are you dealing with your level of fame now? Because you got sports agents. I was trying to get some time in with you. I was like, can you do Thursday? No, I'm busy. Can you do Friday? No, I'm busy. Can you do Saturday? No, I'm busy. Sunday? No, I'm busy. Can you do Wednesday? I'll have to let you know.
Really and truly, I'm just sleeping. I'm not really busy.
You just don't want to.
Yeah, basically. It's good, man. I think a lot of people, I get kind of pulled up more when I'm around boxing events. Like, oh, box, man, yeah. Like, oh yeah, it is me. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I still just like to just go about my day like I'm just,
Yeah, but you're wearing the belt as you do it. Every time I see a story, you got the belt on, or some geezer's holding the belt.
Oh man, it gets so long bringing it out all the time. That box that you carry is heavy, so I'm putting the box and carry it around. Yeah,
you just have to start wearing it.
It's good, man. Yeah, put it around the waist and hold my jeans up.
Oh, and then soon on the shoulders as well. Come on now.
What do you want next?
The European would be nice. So one of them international belts would be nice.
Yeah.
Just to start pushing in the world rankings and stuff. So, yeah.
Is there like an IBF European middleweight belt?
Yeah, there is. But some kid from Germany's got that, and he's not letting it go. So, I think his name's Dennis something. Dennis Rodman or something like that. Dennis Rodman.
Isn't that a basketballer?
Wait, hold on. You're right.
I think that might be a basketballer, I think that might have been the one that was nailing Carmen Electra and started to wear dresses for attention. I think he may be the most illustrious point guard in the NBA's history.
You know,
I think that's the best description in a sentence ever of Rodman.
That is hilarious. No, I'm gonna get his name and you're gonna see his name is Dennis Sack because of it. But yeah, I think he's German.
One of us is a basketball fan and one of us ain't, though. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
I bet to fight Heflin for that belt the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the first fight, but then obviously the IBF got a rule if you haven't fought for if you haven't defended your title in a certain amount of time, obviously you automatically get stripped. So
yeah, so close. Dennis Rodovan.
That's see.
Okay, Rodovan. I'll give you that.
Thank you,
Dennis Rodovan.
So obviously I was like, I bet to fight him, and then he basically made an appeal saying, "Well, it's not my fault. I ain't fought. Like it's been COVID." And they said, yeah, cool, you can keep it." So yeah,
they didn't do that for Uncle Larry though, did they? He couldn't get a fight for love nor money to defend his IBF, and then they just went, "Yeah, it's not yours anymore."
But you see, with Larry, who wanted to fight him? To be honest, bro, like
no one. Still got the belt though. You still had to have fought him, you know.
No, of course, but I guess they'd have just been like, "Look, you're getting on. We're just gonna wait you out. You're in the Who Needs Him club. Like you're too good for me to try and fight you for any sort of reward. Like, what do I really get from fighting you? I'm more than likely gonna get beat anyway. If you're gonna get beat, you're gonna want to be rewarded for getting beat. You know what I mean? Like, if Larry was at some mad level, like, and then like you fight him, you're taking that risk because you might be getting paid a lot of money, or you got a nice title. I'm not saying his title was nice, but you probably get viewed. Like, you probably be seen around the world, proper good performance. 9 times out of 10, Larry weren't on any big cards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he was on one, wasn't he? And then he got rinsed. They did him proper dirty on that one big card that he was on against Gary Cochran.
Yeah. Obviously, he's the away fighter in there, but like, and Gary Cochran kept portraying that Peacock as well, so I'm cool with him as well, actually. But it's like, apart from that, it was like, you're going to get beat by him on a Your Cool card on IFL, like no disrespect to the guys fighting on there, but it's like, you don't want to get beat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and plus, it's like, they might have wanted to look after him a bit and just brought on some guys just to keep him active. But I guess, I don't know, they didn't want to invest in him and stuff, so. I don't know, it's just a shame that his talent never got put out there to the world, like, because Larry was different. He's different.
He gets put out there to the world in other ways soon enough. I think he's working with Dan.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's a matter of time before I sit him down and say, "Get your fucking trainer's license, you fucking jaw." How many times?
I always tell him, I'm like, "Bro, look, come to the gym and just train us, man." Like, like enough times I began for Rotherham and I see him coming back from work or something, and I just phone him, I saw you again, huh? No, or he might even just be like, "Oh, did you see me again?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I did." Like, bro, you might as well just spin it around and come to the gym and just do some pads with us, like train us as well. Like, his knowledge on the sport is good as well, and he's good at explaining and getting out what he's saying. So
the Don.
Pass it down, he might as well.
What do you think of Triple G and Canelo 3?
I think it's going to be a good fight, but I think.
Do you?
I think Canelo Golovkin gets hurt this time.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Golovkin can still bang, so it's going to be entertaining. Like, listen, it's a big fight. Like, he's going to just go in there and swing. But from what I saw in that Murata fight, because I watched it live,
naughty, wasn't it? It was a little bit heartbreaking. That.
Yeah, I thought you're not like Triple G no more. Like, you're just.
Do you think he maybe just doesn't care? Because he was fighting some Japanese guy in Japan, and he had been off for 15 months, and he looked physically different. Like, he looked hencher.
Yeah, he looked a lot bigger, but he probably struggled more to make the weight. He's grown, he ain't fought long. He might have just been big out of camp. He might have had to do some last minute dehydration or whatever, draining to get the weight. And then obviously when you rehydrate, it's all back on, isn't it? But it's like, I don't think he didn't care because he knew the Canelo fight late on that fight, like it counted on that fight. I don't think he didn't care. I just think his body couldn't do what his mind wanted to do. So we just had to go in there and just bang him. Like, he's still going to be able to punch hard. Like, he could have been 50 and he's still going to hit that hard. You know what I'm saying? That's in him. But the taking the shots, the movement, the aggressiveness. Like, for example, the Golovkin that was fighting Kell Brook. I know Kell Brook was a welterweight, but that's not that guy no more. Like, you hit me. Watch this. Boom. He's taking a shot and taking a step back. Like, all right, let me come forward again. Bam, bam. All right, let me body shots to hurt. And then, like, he's not indestructible no more. Like,
and then split-second delays, you could just see where it was like
it
just wasn't quite there. Like he saw it, he went, but the body just wasn't quite there, and you can't afford to do that with Canelo. Like,
but there, Canelo's gonna be letting his hands go. To be honest, yeah. Sorry to switch it, yeah, but maybe I'm bugging. Like I said, I like to analyze things too much, yeah. Canelo at 154 and 160 ain't the same Canelo at 168 and 175.
Oh yeah,
no.
But in my opinion, I think not because he's getting it is because he's getting heavy, but he's still the same Canelo, but he's moving his feet less and he's moving his head less. Or am I just bugging?
No, for sure.
Because the 154 Canelo, slick, Austin Trout, I forget all the names, but everyone who fought with the slick.
Yeah.
160, Danny Jacobs, that head movement missed about 100 jabs at a time. You don't see that at 168 and 175. It's just like he's trying to bully everyone now. I think that's going to play a part in the Canelo fight, Golovkin fight as well. Even in the Golovkin fight at 160, head movement was insane. The first one, I thought that anyway. I don't know, maybe I'm a mad person, but he's moving his head, rolling the shots, riding the shots. The movement was very good. The pressure got to him because you saw he was blurring compared to the second fight. But 168, he's just trying to put his hands up and walk everyone down. I think that's kind of wrong. And the wrong style for, well, obviously Bivol, but like even for Golovkin, you're going to give him a lot of opportunities to hit you.
Yeah, it's a tough, because I feel like he was definitely pushing the envelope with the weight. Like I feel like that was the thing. So it's like when Mayweather fought Conor, he did that hands up, walking forward, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's a close fight." It's like, no, it was the fight that Mayweather wanted to make it, so that people thought it was insane. And not that that's why Canelo's doing it, but I feel like he's very aware he's gone up in the weight, and he probably feels a lot safer doing that than the slick. And it's just he can't, I guess, pull it off at that weight. He
I was going to say that, yeah.
You know, it's just like it'll take a while to be that weight before the skill set catches up. Because I remember going up in weight in the MMA because the weight division is so big there.
Flex, beast.
And, well, it was like fucking madness, like the huge weight of it. So I got sick of the cut. I went up one and I was like, fuck. Like you feel
you went from 85 to 205 or something mad, didn't you?
Well, yeah, like 94 is the cutoff for the thing. Yeah. So it's like essentially 185 to 205 is the weight division. And so just being at that weight is one thing, but trying to just compete, like be still athletic, it's fucking hard.
I thought that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he can be at the weight and he's going to be strong as fuck, but to then have the skills still catch up.
The slickness, yeah. No,
also, don't forget, he's an inch taller than me, Denz, and you tower over me. Yeah, right? And you're a middleweight.
Yeah, so he's carrying a lot of weight still. He's carrying a lot of weight on him.
Like Canelo is all of 5'8". He's like
real feel
half an inch my size.
I don't want to be the guy to be like, he takes a loss at this and then that's it. But I feel like he was pushing the envelope. He's seen where that envelope goes. Cool, you tried. It's it like this. I don't think he needs to try and go up more weight. Like
should have gone back there. No.
Exactly.
I think even if I'll be honest with you, I think even if he fights before at 168, he still loses.
Right.
Yeah. And that was a proper flex for Bivol, wasn't it?
168. Yeah.
Oh, if he fights Bivol at that, yeah, for sure. I thought you meant other people. Yeah. Bivol.
No. Yeah, I think before he fights before at 168, I think he loses again. I think just Bivol, like after you rehydrate, I think you just put. To be honest though, he might get a touch because the 10-pound weight limit.
Yeah, but I don't think Bivol's not the biggest of guys anyway. Yeah, like he's tall, but he's not like you look at Beterbiev and that dude has got like Triple G flex muscles. You remember like peak Triple G when you'd see him like mid and he had but he had like extra anatomy, didn't he? He had like tendons that were bigger than other people's.
I feel like Beterbiev bones weigh a fuckload because he's just
what
like,
I'm saying. Just Wolverine, isn't he? You know, he just. No,
it's true though. Yeah, no, Bivol's not big like that, but I still think at 160, I think he beats Canelo. I just think his style is just all wrong for him. He's going to end up being bigger anyway, naturally. It's just all long, but Canelo's style has definitely changed since he moved up to super middle. He's just more like a bully come forward. But you're right, I think it's going to take a lot more from him to do all of that movement stuff, and he probably get tired. But at 160, the head movement was crazy.
Oh, and that's the thing. Crazy. Like, was also speaking of the loss and blah blah blah. since the Floyd, I feel like everyone learns so much just being in his presence in the ring and like having to bounce off that it changed his game from then on. He brought something new. The thing I loved about Canelo, because I wasn't that on board, I don't think neither of us kind of were initially, because he seemed to get the easy run, you know, where bringing people up from weight divisions that weren't their own, putting him on. But it gets to the point where it's like, he's fought fucking everyone. You can't dispute it. But the thing that I loved about him was he always seemed to bring something new for quite a while. The amount of fights, it's like, oh shit, the head movement's there. And then it's the fancy feet. And like each fight, you're like, fuck, this guy's getting. And now, like you said, it's kind of that stopped because of the weight has become such an issue. Look, he's still an animal, whatever he chooses to do. But I think you're right. Bivol, that's a tough one. And that's what was pissing us off before the fight. People weren't giving him the credit. He's a fucking savage.
He is. But the thing is, it's like, you just think, hey, Bivol's sick, but it's Canelo, man. He win anyway. It's similar to like AJ when he fought Ruiz. I actually said, Ruiz will give AJ problems for the first couple of rounds just because of his hand speed. And then AJ gonna knock him out. That's exactly what I said. I said, AJ gonna knock him out. Like when AJ, I said, all it is, when AJ catches him, it's done. But until AJ catches him, he's gonna give him trouble. But when AJ caught him, it was worse. Like he came back with some vengeance. So I said the same about Bivol. I was like, well, listen, look, Bivol's a good fight, and this is a tricky fight. But Bivol can't really hurt Canelo, but it'll be tricky. But when Canelo gets to him, he'll get to him. That's what I thought. And he didn't. But then I watched something today on that the zone thing with Akam Barak, and they're saying that Canelo should have fought Beterbiev instead. I think people are mad when they say things like that.
Why would you? Speak to Dan about that. You know what I mean? Like, I want him on here because I'm not going to give away the story, but he told us a story at the show, and it was just like, I need you to tell.
I've heard the story.
There's a few of them.
I was like every time they have a spot, Dad would like kind of message us in the group, and I'd just start laughing. I'm saying this guy is a mad person, but I think, I don't think Canelo beats Beterbiev neither. I think the safer person to fight with Bivol. Bivol can't knock you out.
Well, sure, and that's what we were saying. We thought Canelo would probably win, more so because we didn't think Bivol could stop him, and Canelo gets Canelo judging often, and as much as
he nearly did.
Yeah, and he nearly did, to be fair.
He nearly did.
But you know what it is with Canelo, though? You see, when you say Canelo judging, I agree with it. But I think, like, without being funny, judges are fans of boxing too.
Yeah.
Like, you see Canelo and you're in awe of him. Like, you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
So in the beginning round, he might be taking shots, but you see him moving, and you feel like you know what he's doing. So I feel like they score him on that. So, for example, I think I saw something like in the Khan fight, he was up on the scorecard. And I'm saying, no, he weren't. I think Khan was winning majority of rounds until he got knocked out. But in the judge's eyes, it's like, oh, we know he's setting them up. Look, he's going to the body. He's setting them up.
Yep.
So I think they're scoring them based on what they feel like he's doing instead of the actual fight.
Which is true, but it shouldn't be on the cards because it's not.
It shouldn't be that. Yeah, you're right.
Real time. It's what's happening in the overall.
One of the judges had him drawing with Floyd.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Like
that one there, I listen.
You know what I mean? Like, what did you watch? Very quickly before we wrap this up, because I think we have to talk about the biggest fight in boxing. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury.
I know where this
discuss.
Yeah.
I heard Tommy Fury can't even get into America.
Yeah, he said that Homeland Security was waiting for him at Heathrow. Now, as far as I'm aware, Homeland Security is a US-based regulatory entity that is basically like our border patrol. So what is US border patrol?
Said he was just there like a couple of weeks ago or something. Is that true? Because that changes a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm not sure about all of this. I think it may be Gypsy Magic.
Saying he'll fight him in the UK.
Oh my days, that makes so much sense. Because I'm so dumb. Well, I'm out here just putting things together again. But he can't go without his brother or his dad, right? Because they're both not allowed to.
Yeah.
So essentially, he has no team.
Yeah.
So they want to bring Jake Paul over to the UK so that they have a team, innit? So that the dad can be there and his brother can be there, and then he has a team around him.
So
Gypsy Magic.
The step before that was they couldn't go. So Jake Paul said, cool, I won't bring my team either. So we'll just do our own thing. And now apparently Tommy can't make it. So he's like, well, for fuck. I'll come to the UK. Then you're not getting out of this.
Just pay me, yeah, just pay me. And it's not. Listen, obviously, 15 mil is 15 mil, but it's $15 million, and to someone like Fury and the Furies, that's not big money, and you're gonna make that money back so fast, so hard.
Yeah, but that fight doesn't generate 15 mil in the UK.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I don't know, you know.
In the UK, America will be where that one does the numbers.
America,
I don't know.
Easy. America, easily. Especially with the pay-per-view and all of that stuff. Over here, no chance. And another reason why pay-per-view in America wouldn't even work, because when they fight here, the time in America is probably going to be working hours. I know it's the weekend, but probably going to be working hours. Guys are at work, and no one's at home. It's not a Saturday night fight night where you're bringing the guys around or look, let's get this fight. It's not the same thing, so it won't sell that much in the UK. But that won't really. Okay, do you think that sells at the O2 in the UK? No chance. No chance.
I don't know.
No chance. It doesn't.
There's a lot of people that hate him, and there's a lot of people that know Tommy from Love Island still. And there's a lot, and if they sold it right, if they hyped it,
wait. A lot of people that hate, a lot of people that hate Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Well, those people that hate Jake Paul, a lot of them actually think he beats Tommy Fury anyway. So
I think he beats Tommy Fury now.
To watch, they're not going to watch Jake Paul lose. Who thinks he beats Tommy Fury? Me or you?
Me.
Oh yeah, exactly. So you're going to go there to watch someone you hate beat Tommy Fury.
Win. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it doesn't. Remember, O2 20,000. You know, 20,000. A lot of people that complain about the YouTube boxes are mostly the British fans anyway. No one's going to watch that.
Yeah.
In the UK. Well, they'll watch it on telly. The YouTube guys.
He's just got to go to the embassy. Is all he's got to do. He's got to go to. Also, they don't deny your visa at the airport. They deny it beforehand.
No. He said the Esther. It's Esther.
Esther, yeah, but you don't deny that. You do that ahead of time. You don't do that at the airport.
Oh yeah. You would know if your Esther's gone through or not.
Yeah.
After you apply for it, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm not really believing that much about that whole situation. I think it's just hype. I think because really not that many people.
I think he doesn't. No, I think he doesn't want to go there because he has no team. Because I remember I saw a video of his dad saying no one talking about Jake Paul.
He's got Sugar Hill in his corner, hasn't he? So he's got Sugar. Sugar can go back and forth as he pleases.
Yeah, Sugar can, but
and his dad was never going to be allowed to go.
Yeah,
but Peter can, right? Can't Peter go?
I don't know now with the
Peter's not. I didn't think he was naughty, Peter. I thought he was.
But he doesn't work
with anyone's eye
out. He doesn't work with Peter. He doesn't work with Peter, so I don't know. But I don't know who was there when he fought that Taylor guy in America on the Paul undercard, Jake Paul undercard. Who was there? Was Tyson Fury there?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, yeah. If he wasn't there, then there's no rule.
He didn't look great
to go, but I didn't even see it. To be honest, I didn't see it. I don't really watch all that. I just look for the results in the morning. There's no way I'm staying up to watch.
No.
Hey, if he wins a world title, you're getting it's every day, bro, on your ribs.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Not you, Streets.
Oh no, I know, but who does he win? Who does he beat?
Exactly. I'm here for him. When he said that he's going to win the title, I was like, please fight Beterbiev. Please fight Bill. Please fight. Even like,
is he a light heavyweight? Yeah,
it would be, right?
I think light heavyweight or cruiser. He's a big boy, you know.
Yeah, he's quite. I thought he was about 90 kilo. I think this fight against Tommy Fury is above the light heavyweight limit. I don't think.
Oh, is it?
I don't think Jake Paul's ever made. Yeah, I don't think Jake Paul's ever made light heavy.
I think Jake's like a solid 6'3", and he's a big lump.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
But
So even if it is a cruiser, who does he beat? Does he beat Richard Viaco? Does he beat Nigel Cody? Does he beat Billy Smith, Chamberlain?
Some heavy. Wilder will cut the weight and just come down and fucking iron him.
Even what's that guy's name? Andrew Tabiti.
Yep.
Yeah.
They will all ice.
Beast.
Babbage is talking about cruiserweight as well as Bridger. Babbage should go down there and fight him in a heartbeat. Alan the Savage.
Free.
Every 12-hour title, yeah. Imagine he beats Babbage. That would be hilarious.
I couldn't.
Yeah, oh, you'd almost die. What do you think about his new tattoo, Streets?
Have
you seen Babbage's? It's like Cheryl Cole's bum tat, isn't it? But on his chest.
What's he got?
It literally looks like a screaming faces and red flags, and like it's a statement that's going to be with you for a while. Now, I understand that I have a fish tattooed on my arm and a crane and a turtle on my other one, but they mean something.
The salt lamp is the next one.
Yeah, salt lamp, just one big salt lamp like Brock Lesnar's chest. Yeah. Don't be angry about salt lamp. Denz, on that note, I think we're going to wrap this up because I need to have some food. You've had food and you need to rest because you're a strong young man that's still growing.
Gains.
Killing biceps. They look small on camera. They're bigger in real life.
Listen, I think it's fair to say that you have to come on a couple more times to really lock down, because you said last year you got robbed from 2022. From 2021, you wasn't on enough, right? Again, do I have to start going through? Do I have to start going through your agent now? Is that where we're at?
Maybe, you know, you might get someone else replying to the messages next time at LLLEZZZ agent is not available. And I'll be like, no, it's man, give him my number direct.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Robbing streets, man. Give him my number.
Denz, as always, a pleasure, and we love you dearly.
Love you, champ.
Nice one, man.
Thanks for coming up, bro.
Love you guys too, man. All right, later.